improving my English skill with my friends from speaking, reading, until grammar.
With the tagline of UNER goes to international, which means that UNER wants to more develop about the skill of the students, and UNER want to more shape about the student to be more qualified and to be more quality.
Take part in quiz lectures that are often held by the university.
As a college student, I will active of organization include internal, external, and of course international. And when I join the international organization, I will bring the name of University of Erlangga Vocational Faculty, and of course my program study hospitality management.
I will be a good college student.
Thank you. I think I will study hard, so I will have a sufficient skill and knowledge for working in the hospitality management, hospitality industry, and hospitality in the international class. Thank you.
Take part a quiz lecture in Malaysia.
I can make keep learning, study English in both of writing, speaking, and reading, and also try to use in my daily conversation.
Provide new innovative to be developed and participate in the entrepreneurship program and the order of workshop.
Become an active student on campus so that the experience I have can be useful for working in the international class hotel industry.
Be a diligent student to do assessment and develop a relation.
There is a lot of what I get during English class, from speaking until confident to try something. There is an assignment that requires us to speak in English, and sometimes our lecturer gives us a challenge to speak English during the class.
In English class, I learned a lot of vocabulary and how to speak English correctly and about using verb and others. In English class, I got a lot of material about the verb, and then how do we train correct in speaking to serve a guest in the front office department.
Not only English course, but no hospitality English. Fun learning experience get practical and flexible material explanation. How to make a short dialogue, and then how to writing letters, formal and informal, and then direction and suggestion.
What I got from online lectures is how to be brave for public speaking and how to do public speaking correctly, and describe everything or describe a single thing with correctly.
In English class, I got I can explain or describe some object, and I got more adventurely training of speaking English with my friends and in every day. I think that's all.
During the online English class, we got an assignment like to describe a local food of our region, and then try to make food or beverage with procedure, and also we try to conversation with our friends with a various theme.
Okay, I think I have learned about so many material in English class, and one of them I I have learned about one is how to making a small talk, and I have done to study about how to handle the guests in hotel, and I have done study about how to handle the guests in telephone. Thank you.
This pandemic is really changed my life from the start. I want to be more get offline skill or practicum, but this pandemic is like a barrier to face for
Pandemic has made our learning system, which is a lot of practical activities become learn from home via Zoom, and I think that is not effective for hospitality department.
I think more or less with this pandemic, and I joined Department of Hospitality. I'm more concerned in clean lines of myself and clean lines environment, because it has been tough hygiene and sanitation.
I think very influence for me because this pandemic I must to study online with Zoom, and I think it's not effective for me. Thank you.
I prefer to maintain cleanliness around the house by using hospitality rules.
In hospitality management, I feel more comfortable and feel more hygienic. Of course, because I talk about cleanliness as room, body, food, and others.
Of course, in terms of cleanliness and tidiness in the home area, and teaching how to have good manners.
It can be more efficient because we only do online class, so there is no need to leave the house. As a freshman at Erlangga University, I'm hoping that I can get my first experience of being college student in my campus. But because of the pandemic, I only experienced online classes. Hello, Mr. Rizal.
Hello,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine, good, thank you.
Okay. Mister, I will ask to you about the first is how do you feel about teaching online for about a year?
First of all, it's going to be frustrating, especially when you are having troubles like internet connections and your device. I mean, like Zooms and everything. So, and number two is about just only in home. You don't meet your students. Means that I don't feel like it's going to be very effective transforming the knowledge toward the students. And I hope that this is going to be ended, so we are going to have a blended learning.
Okay. The second question is, do you think it is better to teach online or offline?
Offline.
Why?
First, when you are having this offline class, okay, so it's going to be easier to transfer the knowledge. Second, you got the experience of practicing, and you don't have a problem with the internet connections and everything. So the process of teaching and learning is still going on and in progress.
Okay. The last question is, what are your hopes for us in future?
I hope you get some knowledge. Second, you can apply that knowledge. The third, then you feel that your department here will help you in the future, and you will can find the application, and you can just find the jobs later on in the future.
Okay, so just do this, and thank you for your time.
Yes, of course, Bromo!
I think Bromo is my favorite place. Thank you.
Bromo.
Of course, Bromo!
Of course, my favorite place is Bromo.
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 Of course, Bromo.
Our favorite place is Bromo Mountain.
Oke, standby, kamera ready, sound ready, 3, 2, 1, action.
Mount Bromo. Mount Bromo is part of the Bromo Tengger Semeru National Park east of the Malang tourist attraction, where the original name of the local population is the Tengger tribe, which has a famous custom known as the Kasado ceremony. Mount Bromo is commonly known by the Indonesian people or the world as one of the best vacation spots in East Java. Why? Because Mount Bromo has a very complex charm of beauty and attraction. A mountain that has extraordinary natural value. The origin of the name Mount Bromo is derived from Sanskrit or Old Javanese from the origin of the word Brahma, which is one of the main gods in Hinduism. For the natives of Bromo, which is the Tengger tribe, Mount Bromo is believed to be a sacred mountain. Once a year, the local community holds a traditional ceremony called Kasado ceremony. The ceremony was held at a temple called Pura Luhur Poten, which is located in the Sea of Sand under the foot of Mount Bromo in the north. The ceremony is held at midnight to early morning every full moon of the 10th month according to the Javanese calendar, which became the legend of Mount Bromo becoming very famous. Penanjakan Bukit Cinta is the best location to watch the sunrise. This location is the highest among other hills. Here, you can immediately witness the beauty of the sunrise in the early morning with the beauty of the valley which is still covered in fog. To be able to reach this hill, visitors can use vehicles such as jeep and motorbikes. Here we use a jeep. If you want to use a motorbike with higher security, you should avoid using an automatic type motorbike because the terrain is quite heavy. In Bromo, there are several interesting spots that can be enjoyed by visitors. The first is Kawah Bromo. In Bromo, there are several interesting spots that can be enjoyed by visitors. The first is Kawah Bromo. In addition to watching the beauty of the sunrise, there is one more beauty that is so awaited by tourists, namely the beauty of the crater of Mount Bromo. Here you will be spoiled with the beauty of the Kawah Bromo, which is so charming. However, to be able to see it at a closer distance, visitors must be willing to walk about 2 kilometers from the parking area. Not to mention, there are still hundreds of steps for you to climb. But if you feel lazy to climb the stairs here, or feel not strong, you can choose to ride a horse while enjoying the beauty that is around it. Before arriving at the crater of Mount Bromo, you will be greeted with a wide expanse of sand. This stretch of sand is named as Pasir Berbisik. The area is quite large. Visitors can easily find the best spots to take pictures. In addition, in the sand you can also enjoy other activities, such as riding a dirt bike, horseback riding, and much more. It's located at the east part of the Bromo Peak. The origin of the Pasir Berbisik Bromo is closely related to a film made by a director named Galih. Well-known movie director from Indonesia, he was the first originator of the Pasir Berbisik Bromo. On the banks of the Bromo Sea, he made a shooting location for a film entitled Pasir Berbisik. Since then, the Bromo Sea, which is located in the Bromo tourist area, is known as Pasir Berbisik. As the name implies, because in the Bromo Sea, when the wind blows hard, the roar of the wind that carries grains of sand is like whispers calling for Bromo tourism privilege. The name of Bukit Teletubies Bromo may already be familiar to you. Even this Bromo tourist attraction is a favorite place for tourists. Besides being able to enjoy the beauty of Mount Bromo with a row of green hills, this area is also the best photo spots. The hill is filled with very beautiful green grass. Even the grass here is so well maintained that it looks so neat. The name Bukit Teletubies in Bromo comes from a film called Teletubbies, a children's film in the 1997s. And because the hills in Bromo are very similar to the hills in the Teletubbies film, since then the hills have been called Bukit Teletubies Bromo. So, when visiting the Bromo Tengger area, don't miss visiting there. Actually, there are so many other places that can be visited. If you are curious, you can visit them.